Physical media man, physical media man, physical media man. What'd you buy? Was it something
What's up, guys? Physical Media Man back here again for another Physical Media Man Monday video. I have the DVD collection part 4 video for you today. Before I get started, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, leave feedback, do a lot of good stuff down below. I'll leave the links to my Instagram page, my Physical Media Man store Instagram page, my Facebook page for the Physical Media Man / Physical Media Man store, my Facebook page for non-media related items, the Hodgepodge Garage, my email, my eBay, my Twitter, my Letterboxd account, as well as my Amazon wish list, and my website where you can get merch, including this Champion sweatshirt. So yeah, we got part 4 of the DVD collection. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. We left off with the original Halloween on DVD. Next up is a double feature of Halloween 2 and 3. I know I very badly need to upgrade these. I don't think I was as much into, well, I was the same amount into collecting, but didn't know about a lot of the boutique labels and a lot of things that are going on in the collecting community when the Halloween Scream Factory box sets came out. So I missed out on those, and I probably should have got the 1 through 5 that just came out, because I just have these on DVD, and I really enjoy the third one especially, and the first, but I have that on Blu-ray. But yeah, so here's 1 and 2 on a double feature, and here is 4 and 5 on a double feature as well, and this is the Anchor Bay release of those two. Next up, which might, no, sorry, the next, so here's H2O. This is a Dimension Collector Series 1, and I think the first Halloween film I watched was probably Halloween Resurrection, which I actually kind of enjoy, or at least I remember enjoying. Of course, the first is my favorite, but I don't think they're not the greatest Resurrection and H2O, but they still have enjoyable moments in them. Next up is the Rob Zombie one. So we got, this is a 2-disc special edition unrated director's cut of the Rob Zombie Halloween, and then here is Halloween 2, which I kind of like those ones as well. Alright. Next up is for the Eddie Murphy collection. I remember thinking this one was pretty funny. We got him and Richard Pryor in Harlem Nights. Next up is one I remember watching quite a bit growing up. I've also I picked up the VHS tape first, and then I think this got re-released, or I was able to track down a copy. I can't remember exactly how I got it, but we got Harriet the Spy, the Nickelodeon movie with Rosie O'Donnell in it. And yeah, I just have a lot of fun with this one, so happy to have it in the collection. I wish it had a Blu-ray. Next up, I have this on Blu-ray, and this is my very first Blu-ray. My very first DVD. So I've kept this in the collection because of that. My parents went on vacation, and I stayed with my grandparents. At the time, we didn't have a DVD player. They came back, and their gift to me was this on DVD, kind of saying, hey, we're getting a DVD player. So this is a prized item in the collection, even though it's pretty common and everything. But we got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Read all the books, real big Harry Potter fan. I really enjoyed the books. The movies too, but especially the books. So yeah, this is staying in the collection forever. Next up, I recently got a double feature of 25th Hour and this movie on Blu-ray. I don't know if I'll keep this or not. We got Denzel Washington and He Got Game. I remember enjoying this quite a bit. It's a Spike Lee directed film with Denzel and Ray Allen as the main characters. Next up is another Chris Rock one that's in the collection that doesn't have a Blu-ray. We got Head of State. Remember liking that one quite a bit. Next up, for the Gene Hackman collection, an old Hollywood video rental, we got Heist. Also has Danny DeVito in it, and Delroy Lindo. Remember this one being pretty good too. I feel like this one should get talked about a little more than it does. I remember it being pretty good. Next up, we got Arnold's very first movie, Hercules in New York. Not a good film at all, but definitely keeping it in the collection since I'm such a big Arnold fan. There is a really funny scene where he punches a man dressed up as a bear. It definitely looks like a man in the face. It's pretty funny. And there's some other funny parts in this, but he is known as Arnold Strong in this film, not Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think. Though it says it there, but he was originally billed as Arnold Strong. Next up is a Robert De Niro one, Hide and Seek. It being kind of creepy. Also has Dakota Fanning. Next up, I've recently upgraded to Blu-ray the original, but the sequels haven't got Blu-ray releases, so I just decided to keep them all. We got Highlander, the director's cut. And I need to rewatch it again, because when I revisited it, the first time I really enjoyed it, but now I'm thinking about it more. Maybe I really like the second one even more than the first. But I didn't remember it being as good as what I thought it was initially. So then here we got Highlander 2 Renegade version. I also have a couple seasons of the TV show. And here we got Highlander The Final Dimension and Highlander Endgame, and then Highlander The Source, which I think there was something goofy with these where it's almost like one of them had the same name as the other. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I have them in the right order and everything. So next up is a scary movie-ish that I kind of like. I remember liking. We got The Hitcher. This has Sean Bean in it. This is a remake from the producers of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So next up, I'm just kind of surprised it doesn't have a Blu-ray. We got Harrison Ford and Josh Hartnett in Hollywood Homicide. Next up, I'm a big Mary-Kate and Ashley fan, and I was actually at the same location, the filming location, while the filming was being done, and waved, I believe, to Mary-Kate, if I remember correctly, and said her name, and she waved at me. And I'm pretty close to the same age, if not the same age, so I was super excited about that. We got Holiday in the Sun, which takes place in the Bahamas. Not the greatest movies, but I have the VHS as well, but I'll definitely always keep this one in the collection just because I was there during filming and waved at him. Got a picture of one of them. Next up, I've upgraded, but the third in the franchise doesn't have a Blu-ray release, unfortunately. So I'm keeping at least, and these are my favorite movies. So we got Home Alone, Family Fun Edition with slipcover. And then Home Alone 2, and then Home Alone 3, which I actually enjoy quite a bit. Not near as much as the first two, but still enjoy it. And then another Rob Schneider, which I feel like a lot of his stuff never got Blu-ray releases for some reason, and I think this one's pretty funny too. We got him in Hot Chick. All right. Next up, we got another couple Charlie Sheen movies with Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. And these are kind of spoofs on the action genre. A lot of fun, At least I remember them being a lot of fun. It's been a while. Also kind of surprised that these haven't got Blu-ray releases. So anyways, there's those. Next up we got How High with Method Man and Redman. Oh, sorry, did that wrong here. Alright, here we go. I like Simon Pegg quite a bit, so I picked this up for him. We got How to Lose Friends and Alienate People. And I remember liking this quite a bit when we watched it. Also has Megan Fox and Jeff Bridges in it, and Kirsten Dunst. So, good film. Next up, I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have a Blu-ray just because of the action and everything. A really good film. We got Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro. I unfortunately have the full screen edition. But yeah, I remember enjoying this quite a bit. I watched this, I think, for the first time with the double feature of The Negotiator. Both very good films. And unfortunately, this one doesn't have a Blu-ray, but a really good action thriller. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. Kind of been collecting Paul Rudd stuff as well. So we got I Could Never Be Your Woman. Also has Michelle Pfeiffer in it. Remember this one being pretty good too. Watched this one in college. It's been a long time, but I remember really enjoying it and having quite a few memorable lines. So we got Luke Wilson in Idiocracy, and this is directed by Mike Judge. Cut me a piece of that! Oh yeah! Have an Eddie Murphy collection, so we got Imagine That. Not one of his stronger films, but had to keep it for the collection. Next up, which I sometimes get confused with, Devil Wears Prada, but I enjoy both of them. So here we got In Her Shoes. Definitely a chick flick, but a good one. Cameron Diaz, Toni Collette, and Shirley MacLaine. It's been a while since I watched this one too, so but I remember enjoying it quite a bit. Next up for the Michael Douglas collection, we got him and Ryan Reynolds in The In-Laws. Next up for the Kevin Spacey collection, we got Inseparable. And I think this one might have had a couple different names. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Next up we have the original The Italian Job with Michael Caine. Next up, I feel like this one should get a Blu-ray release sometime soon. We got Robin Williams and Jack. I remember really enjoying this one too when I was growing up. Next up, we got Jackass the movie and Jackass number 2. The third one got a Blu-ray release, but not the first two. I think the second one I watched in the theater, and that was kind of peak Jackass. I remember it being super packed and having to sit in the aisle and just laughing the whole movie. But my friends and I, we watched these a ton in high school, and just they always crack us up. So happy to have these in the collection. Hopefully someday they'll get a Blu-ray, but who knows. Next up's an underrated movie, I would say. I don't know why I originally bought it, but it's very good. We got Adrian Brody and Keira Knightley in The Jacket. And this is an old Hollywood video release. Next up, I have upgraded to Blu-ray, but I'm such a big Kevin Smith fan, I'm keeping it in the collection. We got Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I definitely watched this before Clerks 2. This might be the first Kevin Smith movie I watched, actually. Could be wrong on that. Might have been Clerks, but I think it might have been this too, and I think it's really fun. It's been a long time, but great film. And then this one I actually enjoy quite a bit too. That's written and directed by him as well. Does have a Blu-ray, but it goes for quite a bit of money, and I haven't been able to track it down at a good price. We got Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler, Jason Biggs, and Jersey Girl. Next up, I'm hopeful with Twins getting a Shout Select release not too long ago that this will get the same. We got Arnold and Danny DeVito also in Junior. This one's very funny. Great film where Arnold is like a scientist with Danny DeVito, and he's pregnant there. So, Larry, I need my Larry. Next up, this was a underrated film too, I think. It's been a while since I watched it, but I remember really enjoying it when I did watch it. We got Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart in Just Friends. No Blu-ray release on that one. Next up, which it looks like I need to clean, we got Harrison Ford and Liam Neeson in K-19, The Widowmaker. All right, down to 2 more left. Next up, I remember really enjoying Kevin Spacey, Jeff Bridges. So I have a collection of both of theirs, kind of. So I'm keeping it, and it's a good movie. We get K-Pax. And lastly, for both the Ben Stiller and Edward Norton collection, we got Keeping the Faith. So yeah, that's everything for part 4. A lot of fun titles. Hope you guys enjoy this. If you have any questions or comments or ideas, please leave them down below. I'll make sure to reply to them. So anyways, this is Physical Media Man signing off. Physical Media will never die.
Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man. Yeah!